Hello!
Hello, and welcome to the Unfazed Review Podcast. I'm Ben.
And I'm Emmett.
And tonight we are having a couple drinks, kicking back. And what's this? What are we wearing?
Oh!
You ask, you might ask. New Unfazed Review t-shirts available from Redbubble, everybody.
Link in the description. Go check them out.
Yes, we got red, we got mint, we've got kind of a minty green, we've got yellow. We've got all the colors, man.
We do.
And also, you can get other fun things too. We've got stickers, pretty freaking awesome, very very cool. A whole bunch of different things you can get the Unfazed logo on. So definitely check it out. Support your boys and be a true Unfazed crew member and rep Unfazed Review.
Do it. Yeah.
All right, guys, check out that link below. But hello, it has been a while, guys. We have not done a podcast in I'd say a good month.
That's right. The podcasts have been a little.
Yeah,
more few and far between, but
so it's good to finally reconnect with you guys. Yeah.
Again, it's because I've started my job, and it took a while to get into the swing of things. There were a couple nights where I got home, I'd spend like an hour at home, just kind of decompressing, and then at like 6:30, I'd fucking go to bed.
Decomposing.
I was decomposing.
Yeah.
And like the fucking sun was still up, and I was just done, and it was so exhausting. I'm a teacher now. I'm a music teacher.
Congrats.
Thank you, baby.
Cheers to education.
Classroom teaching is fucking crazy. It's insane. But
that's wild, man. And you got younger kids too, which is wild.
Title I younger kids, so like poor, not very well behaved younger
little
kids.
pieces of shit.
Yeah, and huge classes, like 30 some kids in each class and shit. So it's like it's been, but I'm finally getting kind of the handle on it.
Good for you, man. Doing the devil's work.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That is really awesome. All joking aside, teacher, it's impressive.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
it's impressive.
I'm still a fave.
You're gonna be stressed out, but at the same time, it's rewarding.
I'm trying. I'm really, honestly, I'm just kind of rolling with it. Like there's shit I should be stressed out if I cared, but I'm being very unfazed right now.
That's good.
I'm really not giving a shit. There's a lot of shit I know I'm supposed to be doing, like on all the bureaucratic side of things, and I'm just like not doing any of it. I'm just teaching.
Good. I feel like that's how it is. Everyone puts on this facade in the beginning, and then I think all teachers I've ever encountered, all throughout school, fall into their own groove after the first 3 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
We're just either they're good or bad, or kind of write their own rules as they go. Either way.
Yep. And I have you have to make lesson plans, and I make the lesson plans, but I never actually look at or follow my lesson plans. I just make them because I have to make them, and then I just kind of I just wing it. I don't know.
That's good.
Music is so different, and each kid needs something a little bit different, and kind of just you work together, and everything just kind of snowballs. I don't know. I don't want to have a super regimented lesson thing.
I feel like if music is too regimented, it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just kind of literally I don't know what I'm going to do in the class, and then I just kind of see what they need.
I feel like you've had enough experience giving lessons one-on-one that a lot of that's going to translate.
Yeah. No. So it's today. There's this little thing we've been working on, and I printed it out for them, and these kids, half of them lost it, and a lot of them were on the floor and shit, and I didn't want to print more. I just didn't want to go to the hassle of going upstairs and printing more. And I had just gotten a bunch of blank staff paper in.
Okay.
You were allowed to buy $100 worth of stuff that was on the school, the school bought it. And so I got expo markers and a bunch of blank staff paper.
Nice.
And it had just come in, and a lot of these kids didn't have their papers that we were reading off of to play piano. And since I didn't want to print out anymore, and I just gotten the staff paper, for the whole lesson, I just handed them out the staff paper, and I was like, all right, let's manually write this piece. Because it was a really short piece. It was just one line.
Yeah.
And so it was really good because it made them I showed them how to write all the clefs, the treble clef, the bass clef, and the notes and stuff. And so we've been very slowly writing the piece out, which has actually been really good for them. And they're all engaged, and they all are liking it.
That's awesome.
And it was just literally a spur of the moment because they didn't have their papers, and I was too lazy to go print out more. I was like, just fucking make your own.
Touching lives.
Yeah.
Touching lives. Yeah. That's good, man.
Yeah, it's been very. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, but I kind of like it that way.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
You're Mr. Stubelmeyer.
Yeah, I am Stubelmeyer.
Cheers to education.
Education.
Yes, it's great. I've also been working a new job as well, working for a up-and-coming tech company, and work with a couple friends, which is really cool, and still liking the job, still liking the vibe. Everything's awesome. Just been really busy, so it's nice to have time to dedicate to the channel, because this is the most important thing right here. Obviously, money, health insurance, kind of important too, but this is where it's at right here.
Yeah.
So when we do have time to actually come together and do this, it feels right,
Yeah, and I think we will probably have more time soon, I hope, because a lot of it for me was just mental. Like I had to fucking figure my shit out.
Yeah, totally.
And this is the 4th week that I'm in the middle of right now, and I think at this point I'm starting to feel like, all right, I got the hang of this.
Yeah, you kind of get you get your bearings.
Yeah,
which is great. By the way, it's a really good margarita. This is a guava.
Yeah. With a spicy salt around the edge?
Yeah, it's like a spicy wood chip.
It's like orange. I don't know if you guys can see.
It tastes like, I don't know if you guys ever had this, probably not, but Lucas, you ever hear of Lucas? It was like this Mexican candy I remember having in school.
Oh, yeah.
And it was essentially this stuff. It's like just spicy, like chili powder.
Yeah.
And with like grains of salt and sugar in it.
I do remember those.
And I remember elementary school, I went to a school that was predominantly Mexican. And I remember a lot of the Mexican kids would, have this Mexican candy, and I remember a bunch of the kids in 6th grade snorting it like it was cocaine.
Oh, Jesus!
And the teacher just like freaking out, like, "What are you kids doing? Like, what are you?"
Kids do weird shit. Man.
Yeah, kids are
Christ,
stupid.
Yeah. Kids are bizarre.
But I can safely say I did not snort
good,
the Lucas.
Good,
yes.
Yeah.
But it's not too late. But anyway, But yeah, man, it feels good just to be kicking back with the Unfazed crew again. It's been a wild time, man. I feel like there's a lot going on in the world.
I feel like there's always a lot going on in the world.
Yeah, but
the last 6 years has just been.
It's been pretty wild.
Well, the last 3 years for sure.
But most importantly, Jeopardy's host had to step down.
That's
you hear
right.
that?
He wasn't cool enough or whatever. What happened with him?
So he, I guess, said some jokes that were allegedly sexist or something
we go.
back like 8 years ago.
Jesus
and
Christ.
also they, leave out the fact that like he was a comedian before he was a producer.
Yeah.
So like he was trying to be funny on a podcast, and someone got offended, as they always do as soon as he's in an important position. And he had to step down, Mike Richards, and.
Michael Richards.
Michael Richards, yeah, formerly Kramer of Seinfeld.
We know what he said.
Yeah.
It's gonna haunt him forever.
But not same kind of thing, but
I hope not.
Yeah, this new guy, Mike Richards, he's still producer of Jeopardy, and I think he also produces Wheel of Fortune. I could be wrong on that one, but he's still a producer. So
they just don't want his face on the show.
Yeah, they didn't really hurt him, but they're like, oh no, you can't say anything bad. You have to be a clean-cut Jeopardy host.
So stupid.
So they made him step down after his first day on the job. So all those people that deliberately go back and try to find condemning material on people after they have a new job, fuck those people. Those people suck, dude.
Yeah.
Those people like that are disgusting.
They always have sucked and they always will.
Yeah, like that. Like, how disgusting can you be, man? Like, this dude is clearly likable. He knows his shit because he's a producer on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And he comes in as a new host after Alex Trebek dies. And like the guy knew Alex Trebek directly.
Yeah.
And then they're like, fuck him. He said something mean about women 8 years ago.
Jesus. Yeah.
Like fuck off. Like, get off your high horse,
Yeah, man. I don't know.
It's just bizarre, but it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
And the Nirvana baby?
Yep, take it away.
Yeah, so I just saw a little bit of it. I didn't want to read too deeply into it because it just irritated me right off the bat. But I guess the baby from the album cover of Nevermind, 1991's Nirvana album.
He's swimming for the dollar.
Yeah, the naked baby. He allegedly is suing the remaining members of Nirvana for like child, whatever, exploitation, pornography, whatever you want to call it. Like fucking, was it 30 years later?
Yeah.
Like exactly 30 years later.
We're so weird about nudity now. I remember in movies, nudity used to be excessive, but it wasn't even like a sexual way. Like there's like fucking National Geographic footage of like Africans running around. Like,
Yeah.
Nudity isn't in and of itself sexual, and it's so weird that like these days we're all like, oh, it's fucking pornography. Like Jesus Christ.
Everyone's born naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. Like parents have like pictures of their naked baby on their phone and shit. Like it's I don't know. It's like
I have naked pictures of Emmett on my phone as my background.
it's totally normal.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Oh man, but yeah, no, that's just weird, and it's obvious that he's just trying to get some money.
Yeah, looking for the money.
Yeah, looking for the money. As he is in the fucking album cover. Nothing has changed.
It's true. See, it all comes full circle.
That's exactly what he's become.
It all comes full circle.
He's a baby who's chasing some money.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
And now he's exposed himself to the world.
Yes. Oh my god.
Pretty deep. Fucking crazy 90s babies.
What a son of a bitch.
But yeah, I don't really know what else. Let's fill in the gaps on this month, man. Tried to bring you guys some content. We did
You did the week?
Yeah, we did. I did the week. I didn't go 7 full days in a row, just because there was like a couple days where I recorded, and the reason I didn't do that, well, partially because I was fucking exhausted after working, but also it was kind of difficult to do filming every single day after work. But I was successful, but I think it was the third day that I did that. I posted the video the exact same day, and it didn't get that many views. So it was the Alfred Hitchcock video. And I went to this really cool old Hilton hotel downtown Phoenix. If you guys haven't seen the video, please go check it out, because I put some work into it, and I feel like not many people saw it. So I thought, oh heck, man, I should wait and post it the following morning when more people can see the video. So that's kind of why there was like 2 days in there where I didn't post on the exact same day. But hey, I still got 5 videos out to you in 1 week, and I was very proud of that.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, so that was
honestly, cool. I think, that's a grind, and that's super.
Yeah.
Especially when you were doing it like at work, and then you came home and you made the video.
Yeah. It was. I was juggling.
There's been just some like rant talking videos I've been meaning to make for Unfazed, but like as soon as I got home, I'm just like, no.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, you have to like be like really set on doing it. So like that Hitchcock one, for instance, it's like I knew I was gonna film something that day, and I didn't know I was gonna go there. I was like, I'm gonna go downtown and see what I can find, and then I was like, oh, that would be a cool hotel to vlog, because I'd been there a couple times. And what was really interesting to me about that, like, yeah, pretty cool hotel, the Hitchcock tie-in, neat and everything. The interesting thing was, the next day, Alfred Hitchcock's only daughter passed away at the age of like 93.
Weird.
And I was like, what are the odds that I would post a video with Alfred Hitchcock on the thumbnail?
Yeah.
And then his daughter would. I was like, that's a wild little cosmic coincidence.
It's bizarre, yeah.
Yeah. These things happen, man.
Very strange. Very strange.
I was like talking about Brad Garrett, and then suddenly a Brad Garrett commercial comes on.
Yeah.
He's like advertising yogurt.
It's super weird.
I'm like, that's insane, dude. This is very zesty, very spicy.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, lovely.
Heartburn waiting to happen.
Oh, mix some of it in the drink.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
I really like these burnt limes that they have. They're like these. Like,
yeah, that is cool. I was looking at that.
They're like dehydrated limes that they put under like a torch. So good.
Everything under a torch is better. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
Hello. Thumbnail.
Lovely. And just because it kind of references your thing with the grinding out videos, you guys probably saw I took a step back from Lefebvre's for now. I made a little video. I was like, I'm not gonna do it right now.
Failure.
But it was getting to the point where it was just feeling like work. So I think it's at that point it's better to just have nothing than to have like some exhausted.
I get you there.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's people can pick up on when it's not authentic.
Yeah. And I was just like I couldn't do that and this new job at the same time. Like fuck that.
Yeah.
I do like. I do try to make those videos good. I think there's something that I'm hesitant to talk about it because I feel like it'll destroy the magic of the videos for some people. But I also think it's important for people who really care maybe to realize that sometimes, especially with Morrowind, because Morrowind was the one I did by myself. Definitely for like the first 3 episodes, because I wanted them to do well. I know there are lots of Let's Players who just like they literally just play the game and whatever happens happens.
Okay.
But I was talking earlier with you about how much I love Conan and how I try to like riff off of him a lot. I really wanted all of the Let's Play shit to be a lot of like Clueless Gamer, like his series.
Oh yeah.
Where he plays.
Yeah.
And
those are brilliant.
Yeah, they're fucking they are brilliant.
Those are great. Yeah.
And so I want that same kind of like witty commentary. And for the first 3 episodes of Morrowind, I would off camera like play through the thing I wanted to do on camera. I'd like write down material and little jokes, and then I'd go back, I'd record it, and I'd do the jokes as if it were all just happening.
Wow.
So they're like those first 3 episodes are all like acted out pretty much.
Scripted.
Yeah.
Man.
But I want like it's work, and I want them to do well, and
no, it makes sense.
I don't do that for all of them, but I do like a lot of the time I'll play for an hour, and then I just put in like the half hour that it's funny.
Makes sense.
And just because I'm like I want them to be good. I don't want them. I don't even understand. To be honest, I don't watch Let's Plays at all myself.
You don't want to have that stagnant feel.
Yeah. I don't understand most Let's Plays. I mean, I like Conan's because they are funny and they're quicker and it's just like entertaining. But most Let's Plays, I mean, there's just a guy like sitting there playing, and every once in a while like, oh, like he's like literally just playing the game. I don't understand that. So I've always tried to maintain a certain level of quality with mine,
which is
and
good.
I feel like I couldn't have continued that, so I just was like, no.
That's okay.
Which I think was
come back when you're fresh.
Yeah.
I think once you get into the groove with your new job and just everything in life, and you feel at a place where you can handle being genuine and putting the time into something like that, then do it.
Yeah.
But it's like if you take a break. People get it, because it is work, man.
It is. Yeah.
It takes work. I have been enjoying doing the Unfazed stuff for you guys though.
Yeah, Unfazed is always great.
Thank you. Even though I'm still working a day job, it's like it's refreshing. It's something I like to do. Like this is relaxing to me. I mean, because we're kicking back and chilling, talking to you guys.
The thing that's like so great about Unfazed is we do whatever we want.
Exactly.
It's just great. And we literally, it's just random shit every day, but it's great.
Yeah, and I was talking to someone about that, and they were saying, oh, well, if you really want to grow your channel, which obviously we do, everyone wants views, right?
Yep.
It's a very slow process for us, but you guys who do stick with us, thank you. I appreciate it. But someone was saying, oh, like, you need to have one thing that you focus on, and you need to just focus on Arizona vlogs. And I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I want us to be able to do whatever the heck we want, whether it's a podcast where we're talking to you guys, a food vlog, visiting a historical site, some travel vlog, whatever, man, a ghost hunt, fill in the blank. I want you guys to watch to join us. Yeah. Like, I want you to watch because it's us doing it and because it's an Unfazed review or an Unfazed adventure, whatever you want to, categorize it as. But I don't want it to be just like some of these guys, and no disrespect to some of these vloggers, like I know there's guys who do strictly Vegas vlogs, right? And they're super, super successful, and they have, 200,000 subscribers, and they're crushing it, and they're doing great. Awesome. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do like those specific people as hosts, but they're watching for Vegas. They're watching for the tourism,
There's some people that only do Vegas vlogs?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, there are full channels, and you can look them up. And like I said, there's some that I know, and they're very good, but that's their niche.
I love Vegas, but if we had stayed in there like another full week, I'd be like, let's get the fuck out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But my thing is that there's people that literally and like I said, I'm not knocking them, but it's just not us.
Yeah,
like there's some people where their whole thing is every Vegas hotel, every Vegas restaurant, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool if you're planning a trip to Vegas, and
I would
you
just
have people
lose
that,
my mind.
yeah, but like I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like, we're the Arizona vloggers. Like, kill me, no, kill me.
Yeah.
It's like I would rather us be able to do whatever the heck we want when we want and have a very diverse range of topics that we cover.
Yeah.
And sure, we may not be big, but maybe eventually enough people will be like, hey, I'm connected to that, or I like you guys, or whatever. So we're just, this is a catch-all folder, man. Yeah. This is like us just doing what we like to do. And I know it's not huge by any means, but we're doing what we like, and we're putting it out there, man.
The golden thing about this is, like, just like you said, other YouTubers who get bigger, they're stuck with doing that one thing and it becomes a job.
And I don't want that.
If we got big doing Unfazed, we'd literally still just be doing whatever the fuck we wanted to do.
Exactly.
So that would be great. Yeah.
But if we're focused on like
anything else than that.
Exactly. But I would hate to get pigeonholed into like, we only do haunted stuff, or we only do food vlogs. It's like, fuck that. Or we only do, living in Arizona. So, and there's people who do it. There's literally a YouTube channel called like Living in Arizona or Arizona Living. And good for him. He's super successful. He's probably making good money off of it. But think about it. Every week, all he talks about is like lakes and shit in Arizona. Like, you know how boring that gets?
Lake Havasu, part 5.
Yeah. It's like, after a while, I'm like, you know what'd be fun? Let's go to a Halloween store. Let's go get sushi. Let's go to a concert. Like, and we can do that with Unfazed, and that's what I love, man. I love being able to be spontaneous, and this is the stuff we want to do no matter what. So the fact that we can share it with some of you guys is just really cool. Yeah. So I'm a fan.
And hey, the one thing we always pride ourselves on, I think we've mentioned it on a podcast before, very meta, is that the podcast is one of our most popular videos.
Dishes.
Yeah. Oh, I love the Zesty podcast.
Ooh, it's a jalapeno.
Which is just literally us talking, so it's very flattering that people just literally just want to see us talking. So
thank you guys.
Cheers
to the Unfazed crew.
Cheers to the Unfazed crew. Love you guys. Oh,
dink. This is a solid margarita.
Yeah, that wine's pretty good. Vino.
Good shit. I'm trying to think what else. I feel like a lot has happened, and there's things that I'm leaving out. Like there's things I completely forgot to mention. Went back to my first concert. If you guys watched that Cheap Trick video that I posted a week ago, that was my first concert in 18 months.
Wow.
I hadn't been to a concert since, I want to say, what would that be, February or something like that of 2020, before all the unpleasantness happened with COVID. And I saw an 80s band called the Motels, and got really schmammered, and don't really remember much of it, but that was the last concert that I went to.
Great.
Pre-COVID, and Yeah, so it had been a long time coming, but Cheap Trick I've always been a big fan of.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I was like, you know, next one.
Love Alan. Shout out to Alan.
Shout out to Alan Himmis, everybody. Alan's a lot of fun. If you'd like to see more Alan, comment below because
guys, please comment below. I fucking love Alan. I want him on the channel more.
Yeah, Alan's great, man, and he's a lot of fun, and he's got such a funny presence on camera. It's like because he's not totally used to being on camera. Yeah. But Alan's a very intelligent guy. Like if you talk, like Alan's super smart.
What was that guy? The actor Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson. His story about Craig Robinson cracked me up.
So funny.
I showed Max just that portion of the wine tasting video. Yeah. It was fucking hilarious.
It's
I just loved
funny,
it. The way he told it was so funny.
Yeah,
it's funny.
If you guys want some Alan highlights, check out the Cheap Trick video that I posted last week. Check out our Sedona wine tasting vlog that we did back in. It was like literally like January 2nd. We posted that. Check that out. And what else was Alan in? We also did a Portillo's vlog where we went to the hot dog place. That was like maybe 3 or 4 videos back, and walked around Arrowhead Mall. And Alan's a riot, man. Alan and I have been friends since we were 7 years old.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's a good man, and he's
also very unfazed.
He's very unfazed.
He's one of the most unfazed people I know.
Yeah, he's a great man. So definitely, I'll put a link also below to his Instagram, so you guys can show him some love. And he'll be like, "Who are all these weirdos?"
Yeah, you should. I want Alan to get all the love and all the attention.
Alan's the man. So we'll definitely have him in more stuff. But he's a super smart guy. And what's interesting about him is he was a poli-sci major. Yeah. So he's like really knowledgeable in politics too. So he's a smart cat.
And I'll mention the first show that I've been to since COVID was, I was just telling you about it before, was the Oscar Peterson. Right?
Oh, Oscar Peterson.
There's a very admittedly pretentious and full of themselves, but also they do get good people playing there. Jazz club in downtown Phoenix called the Nash. Again, it is very pretentious, and they kind of rack up the prices and stuff. It's kind of lame, but they do get really good performers.
You're really building it up, isn't
it? No, so I mean the venue I just have a little bit of a grudge against, just because they're just so. But the guy who played there,
so fuck the venue.
Fuck the venue. Yeah. But the guy who played there, and they do get good people playing there. The guy who played there on Saturday, I just watched him. I think it was the 21st, August 21st. A buddy of mine, Arson, who's like the best pianist, probably the best like living pianist I know, period, let alone the best pianist I personally know.
That's awesome. I'll have to hear some of his stuff.
Yeah. He's just he's incredible. He's incredible.
You should link one of his videos.
I will. I think a video of that show will be posted somewhere. So if I can find it, I will 100% link it.
Cool.
For jazz fans, I kind of want to explain how insane this was. I was explaining to Ben earlier, when you transcribe something in music, that means like if someone played a solo or if someone played anything that's not written down in sheet music, transcribing it is the act of like listening to it and then writing it down after the fact. So if there's a recording or something, you'll write it out. And this guy, since March, he had been transcribing full Oscar Peterson charts from his like live shows. He looked up recordings of Oscar Peterson and he hand transcribed like 2 hours worth of live performances by Oscar. So note for note, like all his solos and everything, every single fucking note, which is probably, that in itself is more work than I've ever done in my entire life.
That's insane.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then
from live recordings.
Right, yeah, live recordings.
Was it video records? Like
I think it was video and records.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that in itself is fucking insane, but then he also played it. And it was just fucking, it was mind blowing. It was literally, because usually when people do any popular musician, especially in jazz, like they'll make the solos their own, they'll do the charts, but they'll kind of make it their own thing. That's usually what jazz is about, right? And he can do that too, but he took this note for note Oscar Peterson live performances and just did them 2 hours straight. These super quick lines, like the fucking one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life. It was fucking insane, dude. It was weird because it was like everything was at 110% the whole time. It was almost hard to like appreciate it because everything was just so fucking up there. Yeah. And for the full 2 hours, it's just like, wow, it's never coming down from this high.
That level of talent.
Incredible.
How long did he play?
It was like a 2-hour show.
That's insanity.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, man. Yeah.
Damn.
It was like a little intermission. It was like a 15-minute intermission.
There's something wild about jazz, man. Yeah, it's like the unpredictability.
Yeah, it was insane, dude. And I was talking to the bassist, who's actually, his name is Tristan. He's played bass for some of my songs. And
have I met Tristan?
I don't know. You should though. He's a good guy.
Okay.
And yeah, I was talking to him during the not the halftime, the intermission.
The halftime show.
I was talking to him during the intermission. I was like, dude, this is insane. You know, really good work. You've become such an incredible bassist, and he always was. And he was like, yeah, dude, there's some tunes in the next half that I feel like I'm just like shitting my pants the whole time.
Wow.
So he was like not in his comfort zone. He was completely out of his depth, but they all sounded amazing. So I took it felt better knowing that even he was like, fuck, this is really fucking insane and difficult, you know?
Wow.
So yeah, it was a great show, and if you guys can, if I can find a recording, I'll certainly show it to you.
Cool. And what was his name again?
The pianist's name was Arsen Nalbandian. He's like Eastern something. I don't know what he is, but he's
Figure out how to spell
Arsen
that.
Nalbandian. He's
cool man.
really one of the. He's just a good friend and a great musician, and you guys should check him out.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So that was the first concert you'd been to, with other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, dude. There's another show on the horizon, and the only shitty thing, it's on a Monday night, but I'm definitely thinking about going,
Yeah.
and I think you should consider as well. Guns N' Roses, this upcoming Monday, with Wolfgang Van Halen. Mammoth,
is sick.
Mammoth WVH, his debut. I'm thinking about going.
Guns N' Roses is like a meme between me and Ben,
Yes.
so we
Yeah.
should have to do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome. And if we went, we would totally make a video about it. Because why the fuck not? I saw Guns N' Roses probably about, I want to say, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Which tunes did they play?
They played all the hits. You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby.
Whenever we're together in the car, for some reason, that always comes on.
Welcome to the jungle,
Welcome-
knocking on heaven's
Knocking on
door.
heaven's-
Paradise City. Yep.
And what are the two songs that have the exact same melody? It's "Knock on Heaven's Door" and something. Civil War.
Civil War.
Knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. I don't want no civil war.
It's
Yep.
the same. Fucking, I love them, but
Yeah,
it's,
I love them, but yeah, it has become a meme between
Yeah.
us. Yeah, but and I really do like them. I've seen Slash
Yeah.
solo, like they're great. But Wolfgang Van Halen, he is awesome. He is
Yeah,
super
he's a
talented,
gem.
and I think that's so cool that he's kicking off his first tour with fucking Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Like, yeah, but I mean,
What a
he's,
way to-
he's
yeah.
super talented though, and if you haven't checked out his stuff, his debut album, he did everything for. He did all the instruments himself, and that's so freaking amazing. Obviously, when he tours, he has a backup band.
Right.
But the guy is incredibly
He's
talented.
like running around trying to do all the instruments.
He's layering everything. All right, I'm gonna do the drums. Then we're gonna do it again with the bass. Then we're gonna do lead guitar. Then we're gonna do rhythm. But yeah, super excited for that. And
man.
in terms of other shows, there's a bunch coming. I saw the Remaining Monkeys, the band from the '60s.
The
Monkeys.
Remaining Monkeys.
There's
That's the new name for the band. The, Remaining Monkeys.
Well, there's only 2 real monkeys left: Michael Nesmith and Mickey
so
Dolenz.
sad.
The other guys passed away.
Oh, no.
But I was like, boy, that would be kind of fun.
The Remaining Monkeys.
Oh, we must also talk about the late great Charlie
Yeah,
Watts
forgot
passing
to
away
mention
from the
that.
Rolling Stones. Had the pleasure of seeing the Stones back in 2019. So glad that I did. I'm a big fan. And what a life though, man. Like, yeah, it sucks that he passed away, but boy, like that guy, like what a legacy he left behind musically.
The stone finally stopped rolling.
Yes, and now it is gathering moss.
Yeah.
But Charlie Watts, one of the greats, man.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for real.
R.I.P.
You
sir.
said he was 80?
He was 80, yeah, but
So weird.
I mean, he went through, all the rock star stuff, all the
Yeah.
substance abuse, everything like that, and the fact that he made it to 80 and was still touring at 78,
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
pretty good run.
Yeah, what a good time for their last tour then, huh?
Yeah, that was great, man. So and that was kind of like spur of the moment. Like I was planning on seeing them, but like I didn't pull the trigger on tickets until like 2 or 3 days before. I'm so glad I saw them.
yeah.
So glad I saw the Stones. Yeah. So as far
Yeah.
as celebrity deaths go, that one was sad, but man, the dude had a good run. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you really can't ask for more than that.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
insane.
live your life, guys, because 80's coming one way or another.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back with the news.
Laundry day? Yeah. Yep.
You seem to like black shirts quite a lot.
And it looks like you like it in big. Oh, I'm just saying.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Alright guys, meet back here in 1 hour. And remember, you break, you buy, so keep your hands in your pockets. If you have hands.
Hey, Beatnik, park your magic bus somewhere else. You're lousing up my hall.
Sorry, sir. I'll be in and out in no time.
Miss Bellum, get me the Powerpuff Girls.
The adult has infiltrated the outer perimeter with some sort of ridiculous armored transport. Unload the cheese on them.
Colors.
Oh! Surely nobody cares if I park it here.
Creeper! Creeper! Full of Frankie.
Where you been, Pokey? We've been waiting 10 whole minutes.
Just get in!
All right, gang. Meet back here in 1 hour.
Hey, Beatniks!
Hello.
I hope you enjoyed that brief intermission.
Very brief.
We're gonna dive into the news stories. As you guys know, I compile stories over the weeks and send them to our shared email, and we dive into the news and analyze it.
Mm-hmm. The first one is Creative Place Lost to Time. This is
I don't have that. There you go. But
Under the Volcano, the paradise that broke up the police and comforted Paul McCartney.
Yeah, so this was kind of an interesting place that I'd never heard of. It was this like mansion that all these different people recorded at back in the day, and
Wow.
Let's read about it. I don't remember exactly where it was at, but super impressive place. Like the police recorded Synchronicity there. McCartney had jammed there.
It's got a very cinematic opening to the article.
Yeah, go ahead.
The camera hovers overhead, training its unblinking eye on an empty pool near a neglected home that crumbles into a mountainside. Sounds like Rush lyrics.
It does.
To the mountainside, high of my mind.
In the middle of the Caribbean Sea, much like the haunting undersea images of the RMS Titanic. The opening shot suggests that this fated house, like the ill-fated British liner, once was home to brilliant parties, dazzling people, and epic moments, and so it was. What the fuck is this article? The new documentary is a documentary about it, Under the Volcano, in theaters and streaming on Apple. This is a big fucking documentary.
Yeah.
Brings back heady 80s days. It was a time when recording budgets were limitless and everyone who was anyone, all these guys, flew or sailed to Air Studios Montserrat.
The Stones,
Never
Jimmy
heard of it.
Buffett, McCartney, Duran, Elton John, Marvin Gaye,
Stevie Wonder,
Dire Straits.
Yeah. Damn.
Anyway, basically it was this big, I don't remember who owned it. Was it George Martin or someone owned it? But it was
Sir George Martin.
George Martin had this amazing getaway that all these guys would go and record these impressive albums at.
Cool.
And it's all abandoned now. It's like this sad abandoned place, I guess, in the,
it looked all
in the Bahamas.
yeah.
And it's nothing now, but I guess back in the 80s it was like the place to be. It was like this like creative mecca. It was this creative oasis.
It looks like an abandoned water park or something. It doesn't even, but it's cool.
But it's interesting, like Elton John, one of his biggest albums, he did the one with the I'm Still Standing on it and all that, was recorded there, and I guess he had a fit and didn't like it, and he threw what he thought were the master tapes into the pool, but the producer knew him so well, he didn't give him the real tapes.
Oh my god!
So we still have all those songs, those original
That's amazing.
tapes. But yeah, I just think places like that are interesting. And what I wanted to ask you was, do you think there's something to that? Do you think there's something about the environment and the product that comes out of it?
Yeah, and I totally do. I definitely do. Yeah. I think 'cause new environments definitely puts your head in a different place.
Yeah.
And that can create different kinds of sounds. I do think a sort of getaway like that can just and the less real world stressors you have, the more you can kind of just relax and then just let the creativity flow out. I think that's really good. So something like a resort like that for recording is kind of really cool. Yeah, I think that.
And an island's like isolated, you know.
Yeah. A lot of I forget which composer it was. I mean, it wasn't as extravagant as this, but he had a little cabin that he would write in. It was a very small cabin. And he was just him. He'd always just go alone. But all his writing he'd do in this little cabin. He'd never do it at home. He'd always do it in there. And it was just like his getaway place. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Someplace only we know.
The stuff I've been writing has been mostly at work, like in my prep period when I was supposed to be prepping for classes. I've been writing songs and shit during that time. So, but I'm not at home. It's harder to write at home. So
That's
I get
interesting.
that. Yeah.
The distractions.
Very strange.
kind of out of frame a little bit.
Oh
there.
no!
I don't want Emmett's head cut off.
Oh no! Tesla. Oh yeah, the Tesla robots.
This is wild, dude.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
Tesla unveiled plans for a human-sized robot called TeslaBot. Of course, this 125-pound robot is made to navigate through a world built for human. What?
I don't know. That's the Instagram post.
Wow.
But
and would eliminate. So it's gonna be like walk like a human through a world for humans.
Yeah,
basically.
it's gonna walk like an Egyptian.
And would eliminate dangerous, repetitive, and boring. Okay, so this is the thing that everyone's been fearing. Like the this is the thing that's gonna take the supermarket jobs, the all the entry level jobs. This is the thing. Yeah,
I think it's kind of cool.
I think it looks cool
until it gains consciousness and starts trying to kill John Connor.
Yeah, yeah.
But
if you try to shoplift, start strangling you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put the cookie down.
Exactly.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Man. You know what's kind of fun about these is it's been such a while since I've sent these. I don't remember a lot of them. You're like half awake.
Yeah,
it's
look
something.
At these two. Imagine taking a photo of a guy doing deadlifts in the middle of a crosswalk, then getting upset when someone crosses the street. Oh, you're influencing.
It's basically just narcissistic people recording themselves out in public.
Stay there a little longer.
Kind of like us, except worse.
Yeah, then you got this one. Thinks the world is an amusement park. There you go. That's how you got to treat these people. Just push them to the side. Yeah, let's take selfies with wild bears.
This dumb lady taking selfies with a bear by the side of the road.
You think was going to stand up?
What's wrong with these people?
I always forget people like this exist.
Well, they don't for long.
Taking a photo with her entire identity.
Dear God.
God, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're disgusting.
How about you really try to live a life without seeking validation? Jeez. What is this shit?
Yeah. Yeah, people like this, man. It's
I don't get that shit. It's sad. I was I was kind of playing piano for someone like that recently.
Really?
She and I really like. She was one of these people where I could tell she got guys to play for her just because she's like kind of cute, and guys were like, yeah, of course. And I
please fuck me.
Exactly. I was friends with her at SEC, and I have been trying to like get out of the house and not just mope around and be lame. So when she came to me and she's like, I was trying to do shows. I was also kind of trying to do shows and just like play out and stuff. So I was like, yeah, but she was totally like one of these people who's like trying to connect and get big and like it was just bad, and she was totally like using and abusing my time, and I was like after the initial show we did together, I just like ghosted her and stopped responding. Good. Yeah. People like that are just they're not good for anyone.
Yeah, there's definitely that layer of phoniness that's just like so evident. You know?
I don't know how to describe it. Like you just know it when you see it. It's like pretty obvious, like that video.
Yeah, like the real surface level people that are just everything's me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I don't know, man.
Yeah, and like all the conversations we had were about her, and now she's trying to get signed and get headshots, and like
headshots are the worst.
Me, like all. Yeah, it was like it just depressed me. Like the more she talked about it, I was like, oh God.
Yeah, please get me out of here. Fuck
I'm
that.
trying to get a demo reel together and all that shit. Like as soon as I hear like words like that, I'm just like,
it turns me off. Yeah. It's awful. I'm like, that world is dead. You know that.
Yeah.
The world is dead.
Yeah,
everything's changed now.
So in a way, I feel bad. Yeah, like I should have just said that. Like, no.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
What are you gonna do?
It's like an archaic like system.
Yeah, it really is. Headshots, Jesus fucking
headshots.
Christ.
What's going on here?
What is it? The fucking like 70s?
Yeah. Here's my headshot. Hey. Maybe I'll get into that new picture. But I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people.
You should do a skit about that shit.
Yeah.
We're like super out of touch.
Like, there's the internet, right? Have you heard of that?
I'm moving to Hollywood to try and make it in the pictures.
I'm gonna move to Hollywood, and then I'm gonna mail you my resume. I'm gonna mail you my headshots.
We just pay for constant headshots. We're just getting new headshots like every month.
Headshot guys.
Headshot guys.
Yeah, that would be a good skit.
Oh God.
But yeah, there's a lot of people that are out of touch, and you definitely see it over here in the valley, especially in Scottsdale. With a lot of these chicks that are out of touch, that are just like totally self-absorbed.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of touched base on that a little bit on our dating horror stories. I can't remember which one. We did 2 of them. But there's so many girls, at least that I've gone out with, that are just so like disgustingly self-centered.
I know.
Like to the point where I'm like, do you care about anything?
Yeah.
Like the fuck's wrong with you? Like, you psychopath?
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah. And the thing with that is if they're that kind of person and there's like a talent involved, they're always really bad at it.
Oh yeah.
This person she was not a good singer. She was really pitchy. She had no sense of tempo or anything.
Yeah.
And she couldn't understand the point of like a starting pitch. She would always just like start the song, like start singing, and then I'd be playing and she'd be like half a tone off, and she just didn't understand, like, I need to fucking give you your starting pitch, and then we sing. And she just, like really basic shit, she just, like, didn't understand.
It's gonna shiver, even though it's hot as fuck.
Yeah, and it was
on my
just,
body.
like, people who are always really into, like, the technical side of, like, I'm gonna blow up if I do this or this or this. Like,
yeah.
I think it's, I mean, this sounds really harsh, but maybe it's because somewhere they know they're, like, not good at the thing, so they gotta, like, kind of try all the shit around it. Yeah.
No, it's totally true.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's totally true.
It's harsh to say, but I don't know.
when that's like their be all end all.
Yeah.
And also you can sense it with people like that, like the people that are always trying to network.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like, I'm going to a networking event. I'm like, to kill me.
Headshot guys go to networking events all the time.
Yeah, it's like that's their only form of socializing.
They never like practice their acting or their scales or anything.
There's something sleazy about it. You know, there's something very sleazy about it.
It is.
It's like Hollywood stuff like 20 years ago. You know,
it's like you're gambling with your life. You know,
exactly.
It's weird. You're not trying to get actually good in anything, but you're just like, maybe if I do this, then someone will like notice me.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's really weird.
I almost think people like that should just say, fuck it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Do it as a hobby and get into marketing.
Yeah, really. Yeah. That'd be good for them.
Yeah, because clearly they're really good at it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, maybe they're not. Though.
Just market something that's not just you.
Yeah, market something that doesn't suck. Yeah.
Headshot guys.
Headshot guys. That's let's earmark that. That's not a bad one. Let's see what else we got going on in the news, guys. But yeah, people suck.
Oh god.
Let me check my email here.
Oh, I love the email.
Oh. Hey, here's something interesting. Brendan Fraser is having a comeback.
Yep.
And the internet's giving him a lot of love, which is really nice.
Yeah, I was telling Ben off camera a minute ago during the commercial break that I feel like Brendan Fraser is the new Keanu Reeves.
In a way.
Keanu Reeves got a ton of love out of nowhere. I forget why, and so people were shitting on how Brendan looked for a while because he was like really just fat and out of shape and had like a cowboy hat on some appearance, and everyone's like, oh, he looks dumb. And so the internet always does this thing where eventually when they bully someone enough, they're like, no, wait, he's the greatest. So now everyone fucking loves him.
And also the thing about Brendan Fraser that a lot of people neglect to mention, he did like all of his stunts in the Mummy movies.
Yeah, no, he's genuinely a great guy.
And he got really hurt. Like he had to have like knee surgery and like all this stuff done because he was like doing hardcore stunts with mummies.
I like George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
I love Mummy, but George of the Jungle has a special place in my heart. Yeah.
My favorite Brendan Fraser movies are, aside from The Mummy, I love the first Mummy, 1999 Mummy, one of the best movies ever. I love Encino Man with Pauly Shore and Sean Astin. And I also love Blast from the Past with him and Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah.
That movie is super underrated.
Why is he always like fucking the caveman type people?
Yeah, everything's like out of time with him. Everything's out of time. I've never seen a Brendan Fraser movie that takes place in the present. Link.
He'd be a good Jimmy.
He would be a good Jimmy. But anyway, he's coming back in a new Martin Scorsese picture.
That's so weird. Martin Scorsese. That's so fucking funny. Brendan Fraser and Martin Scorsese.
And it's gonna, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, it's gonna be a Western, and it's gonna have DiCaprio and Robert De Niro in it too.
Oh my god.
So it could be the best thing ever. So we're very excited, and we're super stoked to see Brendan coming back.
Yeah, I am too. Speaking of Westerns, new Westerns and shit, did you see the trailer for Cry Macho?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about it? Same. I already know. Same, yeah.
I love Clint Eastwood. Let me preface this by saying I love Clint Eastwood.
Same.
And I'm still going to go see it with my family. And my parents are huge Clint Eastwood fans. Grew up on Eastwood. I wrote him a letter when I was a kid. I got an autographed picture back. And like I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan. I'm going to go see it. But is it going to be his best movie? No.
He's just too fucking old.
He's too old. He's in his 90s. Yeah, it's I don't know. The scene of him like punching like a 25-year-old guy.
Oh god.
I was like, Clint.
He did that in Gran Torino, and that was really cool.
Gran Torino, he pulled off.
He was the perfect age
because he was packing heat.
But now he's just too fucking.
He's too, and also it. I noticed a lot of these movies like they always have to throw in like the Mexican kid that's like a refugee immigrant.
Yeah, the Mexican kid bugged me immediately just in the trailer.
And he's like trying to make it, and he's got to have his like spiritual old guide,
Yeah.
Like they do that a little too much. They kind of lean on that a little too much, and I don't know. Yeah.
I think he should keep directing. He's still a great director.
He's an amazing director.
But I don't think he should star in his films anymore unless he's playing like a dying old man or something.
And you know what's funny though is like I know it's not going to be the best and it's going to be a little Hallmarky.
Yeah.
I'm still going to pay to go see it.
Yeah, me too, of course,
I love Clint Eastwood, and there's going to be parts where you're like, oh, this is good. There's probably going to be a dog dying or something.
I love how just your initial reaction, your initial like sigh. I'm immediately like, yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean we're all hoping for another Gran Torino. You know which one I thought was really fucking good actually was aside from Gran Torino was The Mule.
The Mule was great. Yeah,
the Mule was really good, and that one was believable. And he played his strengths, and he had a really good supporting cast. I mean, all I remember is Bradley Cooper, but I mean, what more do you need? Bradley Cooper's awesome. But the Mule was really good. If you want a really good Eastwood flick.
And didn't he at least $1 Million Baby? Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, he's done some fucking.
Yeah, he directed that one. He directed Unforgiven.
Mm-hmm.
He's been directing stuff since like the early 70s.
Yeah.
One of his first ones. His first movie was Play Misty for Me. That he directed, and then he did High Plains Drifter, which if you haven't seen, that movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And that one I think is the closest we have to another Good, the Bad, and the Ugly movie.
True.
Because he was still a man with no name in that one, and you should check that one out. It has a supernatural twist.
I like this stuff. Nothing against him, he's great, but I've kind of preferred the movies that he's directed that he's not in. Like I loved Jersey Boys, and then I loved the J. Edgar Hoover biopic.
You know, I didn't see either of those.
So good.
Jersey Boys was good?
We're both really good. The J. Edgar Hoover one was really good.
Okay, DiCaprio.
DiCaprio was fucking... It was really intense and creepy.
Did DiCaprio cross-dress?
It was really intense, man. There was some intense scenes, and it was really good, yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I do love Eastwood, and even though Cry Macho looks a little underwhelming, to say the least, the man's like 91. So I'm like, all right.
So it's sick that he's still doing it, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool that he's doing it. I respect that. And he's one of those guys that I think will legitimately die on set making one of his movies. Mark my words. Like he's going to, or at least he'll like keel over and then, you know.
I want to see his son in more stuff. They should do like another spaghetti western type thing with his son.
I think they tried, but it didn't quite hit. But I think Scott Eastwood, he's cool, man. He's going to have his day, man. I know he's already there. He's already famous and everything, but I don't think he's quite hit his stride yet.
He's going to have like one performance.
There's going to be one that blows him up because he's really good. He was really good as the bad guy in Wrath of Man.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't really like that movie, he was great.
Yeah,
he was one of the few redeeming qualities of that film. And Scott Eastwood, mark my words, I'm gonna give him like another 4 or 5 years. He's gonna blow up.
Agreed. Yeah.
He's gonna blow up. He's awesome. All right, let's get back to the list.
Let's do it. What do we have? What do we have?
I feel like this month flew by.
Yeah, it did. August
was it. Augusto. Augustus Gloop.
It's a transitionary month.
It's trans. All right. Here's an interesting video.
MGM. Oh yeah, I think you showed me this one. This was terrifying.
So basically,
we didn't see this when we went to Vegas. At least I didn't see this part.
They don't exist anymore.
I'm glad
they don't exist anymore. Yeah.
Because of this.
Anyway, so this was like quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
But
why would you do that?
So there's trainers with lions back in the day at the MGM. I think this was like 10 years ago. And they're just hanging out, right? There's always a noise, isn't there? There's always a noise. Anyway, this lion kind of puts this trainer in check. Maybe we'll insert the video, maybe we won't. We'll link it below. How about that? Make it easy.
It's so funny how lions have trainers. Like they kill you in one bite, one swipe.
Yeah.
If they ever feel like it.
So basically, they're hanging out with these lions. Mama lion's doing her thing, and then one of the male lions goes after one of the trainers.
Good God.
Just starts like trying to maul him, and they're wrestling, and then
the mama lion goes and like bites the other one on the ass.
Yeah.
He's like, stop don't do that.
You behave yourself.
Yeah, but dude, horrific, fucking horrific.
Yeah, but then this dude, he has enough consciousness to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, immediately.
But then the lion goes right back for him. He's like, where is he?
Jesus.
So anyone who is ballsy or stupid enough to tame a lion or attempt to, what the fuck is going through your head, man?
Have you seen, what is it, The Wind in the Darkness or whatever, that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Watch that, guys. Don't fuck with lions.
Yeah, it's scary, man. Super scary. And what's crazy about it is that Siegfried and Roy pulled it off for such a long time. I know Roy eventually got, bit in the neck. But even then, they said that was because it was trying to drag him to safety because he had a stroke on stage. And the lion was, like treating him like his family and dragging him
we're just
away.
Not meant to...
You're not meant to fuck with them. They're too strong.
It's mice and men, and in this case, we're the mice and they're the men. So
it's like when your cat plays with you and claws you, and you're like, you little shit.
Yeah, right.
Imagine that with something that weighs 2 tons,
and you're dead.
And it's like it thinks it's playing with you, and then it rips your heart out, and it's like, I got you.
And then it's like, why are you dead? And then after a few days, it just starts eating you.
Exactly. Just like a real cat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
So yeah.
If you had to do one crazy dangerous job, what would you pick? Like, what would be one that would be in your wheelhouse where you're like, okay, I could see myself doing that. Like you had to, or like your family would die. Like,
I'm only even aware of this because Max has considered it in the past. But what seems like, so this would be a job that you wouldn't be doing it all the time. It'd be a fairly rare occurrence in terms of a regular job.
Okay.
It would be in and out. You're done pretty quickly, but it would be dangerous and sketchy. But I think it would be worth it. It's underwater welding.
Whoa.
Yeah, that would be cool, man.
That would be wild.
Because there's lots of chances for things to fuck up and explode and you die.
That's interesting. We both thought water. I'll tell you mine.
Yeah,
you go ahead. You go ahead.
But yeah, I mean that's it. I mean it's you're sort of just a freelance contractor, and if something needs to be welded, you just go down there, you fix it up. But I mean, there's so much gear, so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Lots of things that are pressurized, and it's weird. It's really sketchy.
Sounds
You have to really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But if you're good at it and you kind of get shit and you're safe, then it's just like in and out very quick, very
underwater
easy.
welding.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say very easy, but you know what I'm saying. Like once you get the handle on it, I feel like it could be potentially like very profitable and not a lot of. I mean, fucking dangerous. That's why it's profitable.
Yeah.
But not a lot of like. No grueling hours, right? You just go in, you fucking weld it, you leave, you're done for like a month.
That's wild.
You know? So yeah.
Wow. But everything has to be perfect though. Yeah. The first one that came to mind for me, like it would be terrible, but like I heard they get paid very well, but it's very dangerous. Is like the deadliest catch, like crab fishermen out in like Maine, and those kind of guys that are like, or Alaska, you know, and they're like on these really rough waters, and they do that for like 3 months out of the year or something like that, and get paid like. I don't know how much. Like someone probably knows more than I do. Yeah. But let's say you get like $300,000 and you're like, I risk my life like a quarter of the year. Yeah. It's probably not that much money, but you know what I mean. Yeah. That would be an interesting job.
Goddamn.
Super dangerous. I guess guys are always getting hit in the head and pulled overboard and getting caught in nets and getting raped. You know, but So that would be a.
Yeah,
an interesting one.
Dude, that'd be fucking insane.
Wild
Honestly,
stuff.
man, like I at this point I would never do this, but I was going through a really intense time over the summer, and I considered like joining the military. And because I have a lot of friends, almost all my friends from high school joined the military right after high school. So I was talking to them, and one of them was like, "Hey man, you can get like a $47,000 bonus up front if you just ask for it." And most people just don't know they can do that.
Really?
And like just that amount of money up front just because I'm like applying for a job is fucking insane to me.
But then immediately I'd be like, well, I want to go on vacation.
Right, I know. It's like you're in hell for 4 years or whatever. So
my problem is with the military is like I respect the hell out of people in the military. I love it. It's critical. I respect it. But I don't like being told what to do, so I don't think I would be a good fit for it, you know? But I do.
I was in a place where I felt like I needed someone to just tell me what to do, to kind of like, I just wanted to kind of go on autopilot, you know? So I was like, just let them fucking...
I had definitely considered the reserves. Actually, last year, when I had gotten laid off and was kind of floating, I was like, maybe I'll do the reserves. I was like, that would be kind of interesting. And I definitely considered it, but then I thought, I'm lazy.
But honestly, I'd probably die because I do have asthma, and like the rare chance I would have like an asthma attack. Yeah. What if I'm like in the middle of some drill in the mud and I fucking have asthma? Yeah, I'd be fucked. So
you know what's intimidating to me is just the idea of basic training.
Yeah,
super intimidating. Yeah.
And I was telling my buddy about it. I was like, I do have asthma. It's not as bad as it used to be, but like, what should I do? And he was like, you just gotta lie about it. Like any potential that you're not gonna get the job, just gotta lie about it. So I was like, it's
too dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, too dangerous.
Yeah. But that would.
That's interesting. If you were to join the military, and let's say you did, hypothetically, alternate universe, which branch would you want to sign up for?
Well, everyone has told me the Air Force is by far the best in terms of how they treat you and everything.
Yeah.
But also, you actually gotta use your brain more.
Okay.
And like they give you jobs that are fairly difficult. I feel like, at least for guys like us, like we're not technical at all. Mm-hmm. My friend Mike is in the Navy, and he fixes jets in some capacity, and like that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would definitely be like, dumb infantry, give me a rifle.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd be much more comfortable doing that than like fixing an airplane.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's so like serious.
Yeah.
Like something goes wrong, it's like it's not just one person.
I would rather get shot than be like responsible for everyone on an airplane blowing up.
Oh jeez, yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
I would probably say Air Force as well. I've heard good things. I heard it has the highest satisfaction rate.
Yep.
Then I would say Navy. Being by the water would be cool.
Yeah.
You know. And then, I wouldn't pick anything else after that. Those are the only two that are. Maybe Coast Guard.
I kind of want to go Marines just because that's like the hardest one.
Wow.
And I wanted to go hard, you know.
That's too hard, man.
Yeah,
it's too hard. Also, it's like a very small amount of people who actually make it through.
Right. Yeah.
That my grandpa on my dad's side, who I never knew, he's long since passed away, but he apparently was a Marine. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that up until recently. Wow. I was like, that's wild.
Yeah. The guys who are Marines are usually very chill about it. When they come on the other side.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably a very humbling experience.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
So they just come out and they're like, shit.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Right. I eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
Yeah. I feel like the douchiest ones are like the army men.
Oh, yeah.
Just like if you're just in straight up army, they're the ones who are like most boastful about it. But when you're in like Like I've never seen
Macho.
I've never seen like a macho Marine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but usually they're very just like down to earth and they don't like flaunt it. And
No, they're all
Yeah.
weak. No, I'm just
They're
kidding.
all weak.
Just kidding, guys. You know, there's that one Marine that's like fuck Unfazed.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I have a cousin who is in the Air Force, and he's
very
like,
cool.
he's his whole life he's been like fucking, he's been like just an army guy. Like
Really?
since he was little, I remember him like he's just a soldier. Like that's just who he is.
Oh,
I
so
don't know.
your cousin Joe.
Yeah, like
G.I. Joe.
Joe. Yeah,
G.I. Joe.
He's just I don't know. He's just very, very quiet and dutiful and stoic and kind. And, like he's just a fucking soldier. He even looks like a soldier. He looks like
Really?
just a random like World War II extra in a movie or something.
Wow.
Like he's definitely a soldier, and sure enough, he just went and did it.
I loved you in Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I definitely had considered it. There was definitely points where it had crossed my mind, but I think I would have gone into it for probably not the right reasons.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be anything fueled by patriotism.
Yeah.
It would be either for the money. I'm sure a lot of people get into it for that reason as well. And then I guess for the adventure and shaking things up, you know.
Yeah, and honestly, when I was on the phone with my friend Mike talking about this stuff, he was like, honestly, man, I know you, and if you haven't changed a ton from high school, you would fucking hate it.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. You're probably right.
Yeah, I think that would be the thing. I think if I almost wish I would have gone in like right after high school and like just like had that experience. But then at the same time, maybe that's not our trajectory.
Yeah.
I respect people that do it though. One of my best friends from high school, Jose, he went into the Navy and he became a medic.
Yeah.
And now he's like, works at a hospital and stuff and like in the ER. Like he's like it's really radically changed him, and like good for him though, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, four of my four best friends from high school, Mike, Danny, Dylan, and Austin, they all went into the Army like right after we were in different branches of the military after high school, and they were all I think you really are like made for it or not. Totally. I know they always say like it makes you, but they all kind of just like went into it.
Yeah.
And Mike is I would say he's the most like deep thinker of all of them, and he's the one who's most like troubled by it. He was like, man, this fucking sucks. Really? The other ones, the other three, they were like good guys.
Yeah.
But they were definitely more just like go with the flow, get through it. They don't think about it.
There's some guys who are really good at just taking orders.
Yeah.
And they're really built for that. Where it's just kind of like they don't really complain that much and stuff. But like then there's other guys like us. I think if we didn't have our sushi, like we'd be kind of soft. We'd be kind of pussies.
Yeah. And Mike, who was more thoughtful, he like didn't like it at all. And then considering us, then we would probably fucking hate it.
Yeah, I'd probably be miserable.
Yeah.
But much respect to the troops, though.
Yeah.
Much respect, because some people just aren't built for it, and some people are.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad we don't have to be crab fishermen or work on airplanes.
Underwater welders.
That'd be wild. That would be wild.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, guys. As always, we love you. And hey, go get yourself a shirt.
Get the merch. Go to
Rep
the merch.
Unfazed Review, guys. All right, take it easy and remain unfazed.